Hello, Bath. How are you?
Bit shit.
I like it when you pay attention. I really enjoy. And on the way down here, I thought to myself, I'm going to get to say tonight, hello, Bath. I'm from Wales, as you can probably tell by my outrageous accent. But like what Sam was saying earlier on about thinking in the language, I think in English because I learned in English. So whenever I go anywhere in Wales, although I know how to pronounce the names of the towns, and though I know what they mean, when I look at them, they're still just a fucking jumble of words. So to come on stage and say, hello, Bath, so fucking aspirational. Bath. Oh, beautiful. I read a story today on the internet, and it said there was a couple in America who were thrown out of a hotel because they had damaged some hotel property in a sex act. And the hotel piece of property that they damaged was a glass coffee table. I don't know if anybody knows what Una stubbing is. Some of you do. We'll get onto that in a moment. There was a nasty rumour in the 80s that beloved British comedian, I'm speaking to you directly now, beloved British comedian and actress Una Stubbs was keen on people, I'm just going to say pooing on glass above her, or she poo on it. Wait, I don't know which way around it went, but that's what it is. And it got me thinking, like, you start off so well. Everybody starts off so well. You're in your early teens, you're in your bedroom, thinking, I could really spice up these lie downs that I have. And you progress from there. And most people progress to having sex with the people of the gender of their choice. But some people think, should I lie down under the coffee table? Can you come in here a second? Why? Just want to come in. Come on. You put on the coffee table while I lie underneath it and masturbate. Yeah, all right. What are the steps? How do you get from there to there? How do you any suggestions? Exactly. What are the steps? It's like waking up in the morning going, I'm really hungry. I'm going to have calculus. Like it just doesn't make any sense. So I asked somebody, some of the boys on the way up, and they said. It's a bit like the first person to discover, milking a cow. What were they doing? Well, I'll tell you what they were doing. They were probably walking through a field and went, look at that calf drinking milk out of that cow. Like when I was a baby, I used to drink milk out of my mother's breast, and so I imagine that if I get underneath the cow and squeeze it, then I'll get milk and I won't be thirsty anymore. And it'll really spice up these dry Weetabix things that I've been eating. She's going to slight segue. Anybody here over the age of 30 might remember in the 80s, the Weetabix company chose to advertise themselves with 5 anthropomorphic Weetabix who were also skinheads. Yeah, but this is true. This is completely true. So, does anybody remember the Weetabix skinheads?
Kind of.
Yeah. There were 5 Weetabix, right? Who were skinheads as well. And I've looked at it recently and kind of got Shane Meadows' "This Is England" and put them next to each other, and they pretty much match up. Like so when the Shane Meadows eating his breakfast, you were going, oh, that's a good idea. I can make a film out of that in the future. But in fact, do you know the mnemonic to teach you the directions of the compass? Never eat shredded wheat. That's actually a racist chant by the Weetabix from the 80s, that used to say. Thank you. I went to. I got a friend. He's a good friend of mine, and he's check time. He's both a psychic and a wizard. Yes, everything you imagine about Wales is true. He's both a psychic and a wizard, and he went on a ghost hunt to a place called Margam Park, which is a gorgeous stately home in South Wales with grounds and peacocks in it, and it's absolutely beautiful. And apparently the tour guide was quite dry and quite boring, and he says people in the ground would turn around and say, so are you sensing anything in this room? He's like, yeah, I'm getting a feeling of, I think there's somebody trapped here. In fact, I'm getting a group of people have been trapped here for, 200 years. And then one of the happy idiots was like, can you do anything about it? He's like, yeah, actually I can perform a simple exorcism that should, sort this problem out entirely. So he performed his exorcism, and then he felt a cold hand grasp him firmly on the shoulder. And this is the true story. It was park security. They took him aside, and a man in a suit from the corporate office came up, and he's like, excuse me, sir, we're going to have to expel you from the park. So my friend said, why? He's like, well, you're letting the ghosts out. To which my friend replied, fuck off. And he said, the guy turned to him and in a quite stern voice said, this is absolutely unconscionable. We will eject you from the park, and if you resist, we will sue you. We'll take you to court and sue you. Sue you for letting the ghosts out, to doing this. And my friend said, look, if you're going, please do this. Please sue me, because it will do my psychic business no end of good. To be in court where and if you are able to stand up in a court of law and prove the existence of ghosts in the afterlife, then I'm really going to enjoy watching you explain why you've kept them there for 200 years. 200 years a ghost slave in Markham Park. Where am I? Oh, yeah. This is an old friend of mine, and we go back a long way. And before he was a psychic, he was a schoolboy in school with me, and we used to play a game which is called Bat Think, which was a cartoon from the 70s and 80s about a small bat that was a superhero, not the other way around. And he had a sidekick called Karate, and they drove around in a car, which was a Cadillac. And I had two friends, and it's funny, yeah. So my friend was Batfink because he was shortest, and then my friend Stephen was Karate because he was the biggest. So, you could be the car? I was like, okay, I'll take one for the team, So they would jump behind me, and we'd go, drive around, and just stop. And then they park me. Sometimes leave me idling, and then they'd find quiet, and I'd just be taking over, waiting for them to come back. And it was lovely, but it wasn't. It was just 1 year, and the next year we made more friends, and it was great. And we all played the A-team together. So Neil was Hannibal, Chris was Mr. T, and Dave was the Face. And Rob was Howling Mad Murdoch. Oh, and I was the fucking van. I was the A-team van. But that's not the end of the world. The A-team van is actually quite a good thing to be, because there's a lot of opportunity. They modified the van, so they put my arm up my sleeves. Like, put a bazooka in the side of the van. We're gonna go around, feet carminating them. So that was great fun for me. But a lot of the time I would end up parked, idling in the corner. By the time we got to Knight Rider, I was just glad to have a speaking role. Thank you very much.